itself, and then the pirate cannon that used to be there had 2 spawns, and then the house had a spawn. So there's 5 spawns that were all in that one spot, and then you move right into old factories. It was really good, but lost that one unfortunately. Now on board here with Styler, CSC sitting on 42 points. You can see him trying to edit down the rest of the lobby.
Not sure about that shadow bomb.
He popped the shadow bomb like he was gonna rotate. He saw the supply crate and then like.
I think he thought about it for a second and said, you know what, I already used a shadow bomb. I don't want to make this, I don't want to feel like this goes to waste, so I'm just going to, instead, I'm going to push for rotation.
But you can see in the bottom right-hand corner there, that supply drop just goes completely waste. There was no one there. Let's look at the rest of the lobby. Martaz, Crippa, Waldo, Kisanth, Orc H, Fool, Bayonne, Mods, Blazin, so many players. Mexi over there in a baller rolling around. Talazito in there and still above storm damage. So if you are rolling around in the ball, you will be getting the ticks going there. Have to play aggression, have to play aggression to turn that off or just tag somebody.
Knocks in the feet a second ago, I believe, being eliminated by the storm. Looks like that threshold did get to him, down to 31 players. Need one more to go down before storm surge is no longer a factor. 94 above right now for Styler, taking quick peeks, maybe thinking I need to get a hit on somebody before it's too late. I'd say back-to-back hits is pretty good there. Pick it up an Elim, pushing it to 30 remaining. One through the wall to the right. Quick shot, misses twice, but finds a third. Tart goes down, picking up the second Elim so far for Styler. Sorry, 29 players left. We're 4 away from placement points, and this is so many people trying to rotate simultaneously through not even the ultimate low ground, but just kind of the mid is just full of people. Every single layer is a fresh tarp, and you have tons of new builds and a lot of metal coming up.
A lot of metal going through it, and you got to work through the old builds as Prism gets taken down and misses out on the placement point. So now on board here with Haibuzin as he makes his rotation. Mexi out of the ball, it picks up CB.
Ah, ok. No, raga, mi ero spaventato. Pensavo che si stava facendo 2 slurp senza neanche aspettare che finisse la prima. Madonna, paura.
Full picking up an elimination with fall damage in your feet in the top. 4 elims right now. Haibuzin trying to push up through. Like I was saying, the player builds that are out there right now, so difficult to push through if they're metal. It requires so many more melee hits from your pickaxe to try and break. It's going to slow you down. You're going to take storm damage from it. It's going to put you in a position you won't be able to support the storm while players trying to rotate. Next from Loot Boy looking for a peek shot there. Going to drop out of the box. Looks like a little bit of a delay there.
Just madness on that low ground. Everyone is down there as we're getting closer. Boom, there it is. Top 15. Styler does get taken down on that mid-tarp by Mods. Harvey gets taken. Mexi gets taken down by Zealous. Bayonne there. Brilliantly done. Topped out on the light ammo. Crippa gets Fool as Mods gets Blazin, and we're into the top 10. Top 5 being left.
Drops Martaz in with the edit. Catches him on the move with the corner edit and a quick swap. Oh man, sorry, that was insanity. What a quick reaction there, man. Now at 2 eliminations, only 24 builds, but G just picked up all that brick a second ago. He's digging through any materials he has left. Bodobon all the way in the high ground right now. A single layer across, but it doesn't really matter. No one's looking up, and he's got RPGs for days. Looks like he's gonna look down from above and try and take shots.
Good pick up some Crippa on this mid-tarp right now as Botabon is going to work down. Bayonne on the mid-tarp. Top 5 just happened as Haibuzin gets ticked over. Shadow, will he be able to pick it up? Bayonne gets Shadow though on the turn. Can Bayonne catch back up to the zone?
The ramp.
Crippa gets caught by Botabon on the high ground.
35 connettati questo qua.
The one rocket he fires down for an Elim and the victory. He says you can take that out. 11
Sì, sto qua fa il loser con una kill.
Even just the single layer of brick, because there were so many layers of material below, that's actually really, really good thinking on his part. As he's moving forward, he looks down and says, no one's going to challenge me. There's so much mass in the way that no one's looking up. I just need to keep this. I got to find a spot to connect it. And he dropped down and did that, that's a super common strategy, especially in duos. Typically, you have players that are one's applying pressure, taking shots at people, while the other drops down and reconnects the builds, and they swap roles back and forth. I think we see Tifu and Closey do that all the time. It's super common.
Zayden's half another duo that kind of I don't want to say like made that more prolific, but like watching their bots and watching them do it is kind of like, oh, here's the blueprint for how you go about doing this.
Exactly. You're connecting the canopy of your build to structure that's already established underneath, because then if somebody shoots out what's way back in the storm, you're not going to run back and replace it But now it doesn't matter because you have another branch connecting underneath.
That, and then you're all good. Well done from them there. As we're on board here with Solari Airwalks, 49 players left. So just a tick under half of the lobby. Storm Circle 5 is closing, and we're also going to be rotating through pressure plant. So lots of geysers, lots of innate natural mobility, and a decent amount of mats and metal that can be reused. So it should be interesting to see what ends up happening here as we hop on board here with Train H's Alpha. Train H being the team Train Hard, hits the geyser and says, I'm going to zone.
There's players all the way up on the drone in the sky above. You see him Alpha on rotation, checking up above quickly. Gonna layer it up twice to stay away from the player underneath. You don't want to get dropped in on somebody else's structure. Replacing the ramp with a cone so you can get quick edits in whatever direction you need. I do want to make a quick statement. You see these kind of edits, he's looking for shots now, and then he'll quickly do a reset after he feels like he's shot for long enough. You don't want to get caught gargoyling, tunnel visioning on somebody where you're exposed and someone might take a shot. And there's a lot of players in front of him. He might not see them, but they're there. But what I was going to say is oftentimes we see players do like the window edit and then instantly reset so that they can get transparency through the metal or the brick. More often now I've been seeing players do a door instead of a window, because at this level, even that imagine you have 3, 4, 5 frames where there's a window open. Someone might sneak a snipe shot or rocket something in through the window, and you're gonna get punished. Door doesn't do that.
So close the door.
Well, yeah, you put the door in and it's still just a solid surface. So you prevent any opportunity for somebody to sneak a shot in. Yampi there, I was going to say, you might want to reset that window. Speaking of.
Mongrel in the lobby, Crew in the lobby as well. You can see Mongrel currently sitting on 55 points. Last time we saw him, he was at that 50 mark. So down to it. You can also see Storm Surge. He's 98 damage above it. Again, that will get turned off at 30 players, so expect aggression to come out. Second Shadow Bomb being popped, and just trying to get to the far side of the zone, get away from people, box up, and be safe. Mongrel wants to play patiently, wants to not be eliminated early. Generally, you're used to seeing him play much more aggressive, but with everything on the line, with the queues being closed, with the last opportunity to book a seat in New York City, he knows he can't mess up. He has to. He has to be going.
You got to be thinking these players too when they're back.
Airwalks and Alpha Amons are both in the lobby. I apologize, but this place is stacked.
No, it's insane. You're right. I was going to say, players typically too at this level that are watching the queue and watching the leaderboard, they're going to ready up and then they're going to immediately go look to see where they are on the board as they go into the next game. Even sometimes they have a chance during their, like when they're boxed up in here, they'll pull up the leaderboard if they can on the website, something like that, and see if they can find out just how many points they need to make in order to place. Does not surprise me that Mongrel's trying to play a little safer, pushing over the top of this campfire player underneath. Another one boxing up inside metal. A lot of layers here. An attempt to maybe get a little bit of an advantage here in terms of elevation, pushing forward, branching into the next circle.
Oh, Baller almost took out his build there, which could have been absolutely devastating. Would have dropped him down. No tarp beneath. 28 players remaining. Looking for shots. He finds it.
There we go.
There you go. Leon Flares goes down. 26 players remaining. Wolfies gets picked up by Krith. Mongrel up to 56 points. Looking for it, and that's 59 now as he hits the top 25. Player directly next to him on the box, but trying to pop that, and Crew goes down as well. Was in the top 25, but that was the player who was in the second place last time we saw him. You have Windstrike Mayhem, who was within distance. Now you have Airwalks, the Solari player, at 53 points, trying to drop him down. RPG up on the high ground. He follows it right away. Swat gets swatted out of the sky, but Astro SMZ is also making his push for the top as he's picked up his third Elam since we've been watching. Mongrel gets another one, picking up Romo as we get closer to the top 15. Airwalks getting some reloads into that combat shotgun, wants to make sure he has every tool available as we push down to the final fight. Airwalks up on the ultimate high ground. ETQ rounding around the storm. Mongrel going to challenge on the mid-tarp, and he gets Carrera, and he also gets into the top 15 as we slide on board. The Train H's Alpha puts the trap down, and he gets Astro. Astro knocked out. Could be his World Cup run over there.
26 points thus far for Alpha, but not a big deal. He's still putting on a good show. Shots back behind, finds another player. Cell caught in the box just outside. Rotating forward, 9 players remaining. Scalamo goes down to fall damage to the feed. ETQ eliminated by that combat shotgun, so powerful in these close range fights. Alpha 6 eliminations, looking for the 7th, pushing through, applying pressure through the wall, does not want the player inside to take the chance to get anything. Mongrel picks up another elimination, then immediately gets eliminated, goes out in 7th place, almost the top 5 for those points, only going to get 5 placement, could still be big enough to make his way to New York City. We will have to see before too long. Top 5 now, Alpha, 30 builds, a mini opportunity, anything to heal right now is going to be big. You don't want to be caught by players that may have positioning, and Oldies does in fact have that positioning. 1v1 players are basically 1-2 boxes away from each other, and Oldies may take the chance to rotate up out of the storm. We'll see here, stuck against the edge. Airwalks, the ultimate high ground, just waiting. 97 builds for Oldies, but only 1 for Airwalks.
52 to 58 in points. This could end up being the difference. Oldies looks to go for it, and he gets the zone back from Airwalks. He takes away the zone, but Airwalks knocks him down. No fall damage coming through. Can Airwalks find the shot?
No build.
Oldies just keeping the zone in the area, and Oldies gets the victory royale. Pushes up to 55. Airwalks falls at 58 with no builds.
Imagine being Oldies knowing you just eliminated Airwalks from Solary, Mongrel from Secret. You've got to be feeling really good about that game. A big push for points, too. That was, like you said in the middle of it, a very, very stacked lobby. A lot of pressure, too, because you have so many players now in these games that we're showing you. You have to remember at home, the ones we're trying to pick the ones that are best for affecting the leaderboard, because these are the plays that you need to see. This is Europe, by the way, if you're just tuning in. If you've popped in a little late, we're trying to push our way through these games because there's so many things happening, but all these lobbies are going to be so intense because everyone is vying for those top 8 positions to qualify to go to New York City.
And that's what it's all about, getting a spot in the Fortnite World Cup final. This is week 9 of the online open qualifiers, the last chance in the solos competition. And if you want to sit on that stage, if you want to be playing with the best of the best, the Bizzles, the Vivids, the T-Fuse, the Dementos, all of those top players on the stage with Faxbox and Vanny, you have to clutch up right now in these final moments and against the best players, because if you're unfamiliar with how the tournament matchmaking works, it's 3 hours, 10 matches, and as you climb in points, you're matched with players close to you in that point range. So the matches only get more difficult, the players only get better, and these are the times, these are the fights if you want to be playing for your shot at the $30 million.
A quick note too, if you're watching, this is the final game for Europe. Everything for these players to qualify for solos for New York City, to play for $30 million on a stage bigger than any stage Fortnite has ever seen. This is the last chance for Europe. There are a lot of fans out there, a lot of these players. Do me a favor, go on Twitter, tag your favorite players and show them some love. Keep the negativity out of this. Hashtag Fortnite World Cup, because Fortnite has done something that not many people ever thought would happen. They put a focus on every player that has played out of their minds. And I want to be sure that all these people that have played, have qualified, have tried their heart out, they need to know that you're supporting the heck out of them. So again, hashtag Fortnite World Cup. Please let your favorite players know that they've done an excellent job. Win or lose, doesn't matter how many eliminations. All these people have a lot of heart. It's important that they know that.
Indeed, a lot of heart coming out from all of these players. It's so incredibly hard to get.
I laugh as you say, but honestly, what a perfect name to see pop up. All that being said, no mercy this week.
Weigh-in picks up it. He says no mercy this week. Indeed, it's all about those last spots, trying to find the Shadow Bomb player as he rotates through, getting the shots going off here. And this is what it's all about. Storm Surge is on for 3 more players. Weigh-in pushing forward. Lacey Sher gets fast and then gets traded out by Rasmussen. We have our top 30. So Storm Surge is off. First place in threshold in 5 more players. Black Sue over there in the mid-tarp, gonna hop on board with him, sitting on 46 points right now. Going to need a monstrous performance if he wants to top off. He's in a number of players pushing up towards that 60 range. Don't forget, 8 spots coming out of Europe. Top 25, the first placement threshold, and Black's in a good spot to hit it with the 4 Shadow Bombs, using the first one now.
The stream's got to be feeling good about how their players are playing thus far. Black Sue and Skype both excellent thus far. Potentially see Vato at some point. We'll have to find out. 28 players, 26, 25. What a quick shift in player count. Points going out. 3 for everybody left on the board, down to 22 already. This rotation has been lethal for so many. Such a big shift, down to 21 now. Chip goes down, 20. Every time I feel like I say it, we're about to see 19. There's another elimination. The Toxic Donut removed from the game. Bloxu pushing forward here, 2 eliminations. Don't want to get caught by someone boxing up, as we've seen so many times in the past. Trying to maybe land somewhere inside a box with a launch pad. Going to move forward with the Storm. Excellent position now. Has a chance to kind of wait and peek back behind. Someone is up above. He's got to be careful there. That edit going to jump up and move on through to the next section of this circle. Still not stopped. We're very close. You look at the mini-map, the blue and white cross over the circles. Once that happens, you know players are going to start boxing up and peeking back for sure. Back-to-back shots, back-to-back eliminations.
No, he only got one of them. Derek got the other one. That could end up being huge. Like we said, every single one of these interactions mattering, but Bloxu trying to push the envelope and get every elim anyway. Will he be able to find it? He hits the shot, gets the siphon onto Purge. All of a sudden, Bloxu has single-handedly fragged his way into the top 5. 57 points, but we've seen more. He needs to keep pushing. This is...
Mami spamma sto coglione.
Will be closing out the European region. Bloxu right now extending the time route on the Shadow Bomb. He's in your bottom right. He drops down. Nate gets taken out by Masato. Frenzy begins to work. Top down. Takes 55 fall damage. Bloxu pushes in. Hitting Masato in the same box. Masato disengages around the side. Bloxu desperately trying to find the shot. Needs everything he can. Top Squeaky goes down as Masato finds it. Frenzy continues working from the top down, but Bloxu needs the space. No builds left on Frenzy. 47 points for him, 57 for Bloxu. This is his chance. Can he get Lestream to the World Cup final? He's looking for it. He finds the first shot. 88. Can he convert? No. Frenzy picks up the elim, but he finds the 30 right after. Needs the elim and the victory royale. 461. But can it be enough? And can he close it out? He's looking for the shots. 49 shield, 85 health, no builds from the low ground player. Frenzy gets cleaned up. 61 for the stream. Bloxu. But will it be enough? Courage, will it be enough?
We will find out, folks. 5 weeks of solo competition have led to this moment in Europe. The queues are done, and now it is time to find out who exactly has made it on through to the Fortnite World Cup Finals. Who will take up those final spots from the European region?
I think it's time to take a look.
Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, first off, congratulations to Andretta, who throughout the entire day was in that top spot. Crew, Skite, Light, Mongrel has made it on in. Was what everyone was wondering if he was going to do it. People had high expectations. He clutches in the end. Mku, Teak, and who did we just see in that last game?
There you go, man. Bloxu, he makes it in for Lestream. That's huge for the French-speaking community, because we saw Solary already go through, and Lestream kept getting edged out every week, but now it's Bloxu's time to shine. Really quick, though, Andretta. So you talked about this guy's been on fire all day long. We actually kind of pulled stats on his previous qualifiers. For the previous solo weeks, 291th place, 127, 218, 610. And now, first, all day long. Went from like 50 viewers on Twitch to like 20,000. Send Andretta some love. All his hard work has truly paid off. These are the 8 that are coming through, Courage.
Congratulations to them. I think there's one more thing we can do. It's time to punch their ticket. Zeke.
I'll start over here.
Start over there.
Boop. There you go.
Andretta made it. Crew made it. Let's hit the middle one. Skite made it.
There you go.
Light. Mongrel. Congratulations again, brother. In the middle. Mku, and finally Teak, and wait.
There you go.
Bloxu as well.
There you go.
The 8 players from Europe will join Morphin and Rona Season, as we saw earlier, making it on in. Incredible stuff. Europe was an insane day today, just as we expected. High-level lobbies, tons of people left all the way to that 5th zone. But here's the beauty of it, folks. We've got more action to bring you. We're going to go to a quick 5-minute break. We come back, we'll catch up to speed on some of the other regions before we kick off the NA East action.
Zeke, this is it. This is the last chance, all right? People need to know about this block party, all right? This is your last opportunity to get them involved, to get them hyped. Zeke, everyone's gonna be there, all right? DJ Zeke's gonna be there. DJ Sundown's gonna be there. Everyone's gonna be there, all right? The people are waiting. All right. You know what, man? I'm DJ Zeke. I don't need no card. But what you need to do is buy your tickets to the block party. Tickets are only $35, Fortnite fam. Listen, all right, June 15th, 16th at the LA Forum. Day 1, Creative Showdown. Listen, all right, Team Evolve built an incredible map. Spoiler alert, it's dope. Day 2, Celebrity Pro-Am. 50 pro gamers, 50 celebrities, all battling out for a $3 million charity prize pool. What more do you want? What more do you need? Fortnite fam, you need to be there because we are ready to party with you. Bam!
Heyo Fortnite fam, Sundown here, and today we're going to talk a little bit about the Flintlock pistol and its impact on competitive play.
The Flintlock pistol is a great addition. Sometimes it'll just change the course of a fight.
The things you can do is insane. You can get height with it. It shoots pretty far. You can almost use it as an AR at the beginning game just to get one shot. It'll hit for like 80, 90 in the body.
And this is looking really good for Horrify, but the Flintlock is going to get the high ground. Nikiva, such a smart play.
The Flintlock is a common and uncommon weapon that uses heavy ammunition. It does 86 or 90 damage depending on rarity, and it has a 2 times headshot multiplier. This means that outside of a sniper rifle, it has the highest single shot damage potential in the game. However, the Flintlock only allows for 1 shot at a time, has pretty decent damage fall off, and also takes 3 seconds to reload. In addition to all of this, the Flintlock also has a mobility component to it. When fired, it will impulse the shooter backwards, and if the bullet strikes a target, it will impulse the target away from the shooter. This can allow for some tricky plays to be made.
Player there, runs out into the storm, jump, finds him, yeah!
We've seen a decent amount of use out of the Flintlock during the Fortnite World Cup online open qualifiers. So let's hear from some of the qualified players to get their opinion on its addition to the game.
If I'm low on HP and I have to choose one weapon, it will be this one. You can actually like kill someone from 200 HP to 0 without taking any shots.
And it's also really good for competitive play because if you're high ground or if you want to get away from the situation, the Flintlock, when you use it, it knocks you some distance so you can get away or you can get high ground over someone. I think it just adds a lot of like different plays you can make with it. I think it's good.
I personally really like the Flintlock. I think it's a really good weapon. I think it's a really strong weapon in the right hands. You need to know how to use it and you need to base your whole game around it if you want to use it right.
It's just the kind of weapon we need more.
I definitely think it's one of the better things that have been added skill-wise. I like that it's so versatile. I really like it competitive. Definitely deserves a spot here.
Thanks for watching, and hopefully you saw how the Flintlock can be utilized in the right hands. What is the best Flintlock play you've done or seen? Share it with us using the hashtag Fortnite World Cup, and we'll be seeing you guys on the battle bus, or maybe Flintlocking through the air.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Fortnite World Cup. This is the final week for solo qualifiers, so if you're trying to make your way to New York City to punch that ticket, now's the time to do it. If you miss out, that'll be that. Coming up next, we have Asia and Oceania replays. Those regions have already played out, but before we get to that, I asked a question when I was with Sundown casting the end of Europe, and that was where your favorite drop spot was. And we are lucky enough, because of the magic of Twitter and the production team who is always top-notch. A little social while I want to see what everybody said about everything. I just want to put this out there immediately. My boy Till Truth agreeing that Viking Village up top, one of the best in the game. Disco, Frosty Dusty, Jung Junction when running solos, unless it's a hot spot. Dropping factories by Flush, Racetrack, Lazy Lagoon or the Block. The Block, honestly, we're seeing that more and more. A lot of players are picking that up. Mega Mall. Surprising to me, one of the biggest landing zones on the map right now. We've seen it time and time again being constantly swamped with players. Paradise Palms, Salty Springs again, Pressure Plant, and I believe that is the very southeast corner of the map. Some players call it Westworld. There's all sorts of names for these locations where they don't have a POI name on them. It's kind of interesting to see how creative people can get. So, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. I'm always curious where people are.
Vabbè. Noi non abbiamo visto. Più o meno.
Io non sto entrando nel team di tuo fratello. Ma per ora nel mio team c'è soltanto Fortecrano, quello là, non so se lo conosci.
È forte?
Sì, l'ho fatto entrare perché mi ha fatto 8 kg. Tanto per questo l'ho fatto entrare. Cioè mi ha fatto 8 kg più la vittoria reale. Non avevo fatto bene a metterlo. Oh. Cioè però io no, lo può aver sbrollato al mio scritto, no? Aspetta. La proprio sindaco. C'è bro. Oh Gabriele, io non ho proprio giurato il moschito perché ho detto bro, la vittoria domani mi fare 30 di kill. Come 30? E l'ho crollato, sei rimasto malissimo, poi ha quittato la lobby, io ho mandato su Instagram, entrato in lobby e ho detto che è un troll e l'ho fatto entrare. Magari 30 kill a partita.
È finita la World Cup.
A meno che un hacker. A meno che vabbè, oh bro, ma lo sai perché ma lo sai perché Ninja è un grande pro player? Perché nei server americani sono tutti nabbi. Allora bro, io nei server americani ci gioco poco, ci gioco soltanto per fare un po' di kill, o maleno. Cioè sono troppo nabili. Punto. Aspetta che vedo bro, aspetta. C'è bro, aspetta bro. C'è pinga 191. Non nei server americani. Controllato. Ecco. So. Allora, su due fatti. O c'è l'aimbot, oppure non so che cazzo stai usando.
Impossibile.
Magari se ce l'ho io, magari se ce l'ho io. C'è però, io no, ci ho peggiorato la mira e si mi migliora al building. Si è migliorato. Io faccio cacare nella mira, però sopra il building. E la madonna, quella croia bastarda della madonna. Sì. Angelo. Sto cazzo. Non se ne curto. Faccio quel cazzo che voglio. Casa libera! Cioè bro, non vedo l'ora che i miei escono e c'è tutta casa libera. Aria. Cioè sono tutto nudo in casa libera, tutto nudo e prima vedono le danni. No bro, per ora non faccio soltanto uno di provino, perché non faccio soltanto 2 di live su Fortnite. No, però non mi spara di me. Perché bro, di live di Fortnite porto sabato, domenica e lunedì. Cioè domani ne porterò anche per tutta la giornata. Ok, grazie. Cioè bro, questo qua ho fatto 8 kill, no, per la però bro, sto qua è da PC, quindi c'aveva un building della Madonna, un editing della Madonna e la mira. Cioè, figurati, no, aspetta, bro, non mi sparare. Cioè, il giocatore qua non sbagliamo un colpo. Non sbagliamo un colpo.
Sì, vabbè, dai, da PC allora.
È molto più difficile da PC giocare, secondo me. Poi non so secondo voi. Io con triangolo ho cambiato.
Io con L3.
No. Vero? Vai. Aspetta. Andiamo molto. Porco di quel dio. Shot a cazzo. No. Sì. Oh. Allora però sai, ma che ti dico? Lo metto e poi mi abito un po' e poi... No. Bro, aspetta che metto le Mirino. Cazzo, mappa, cambiamo.
Cosa state facendo voi?
Ok.
Angelo, mi inviti?
Aspetta.
Così io mi alleno un po'.
Bro, ma qua dov'è L3? L1? L1? Ciao, bro.
Ok. Ma una cosa, per entrare nel tuo team si deve cambiare il nome? Vabbè. No, perché così, visto che il mio amico sta cercando il team.
Se vuoi glielo dici che no? Ma è forte?
Sì, è forte. C'ha 2.40 di KD.
Madonna. Allora è forte. Oh, sto ragazzo, se accetta la mia richiesta, lo voglio fare, lo voglio vedere. Niente, Savini. Ma tu in che team sei?
Io ho rifondato SKG.
Come genere hai rifondato? Come genere hai rifondato?
Cioè, però quel coglione di Giovanni praticamente
mio fratello?
Sì, cioè adesso coglione. Però aveva detto Diego mi ha detto che lui era il capo, visto che io avevo sciolto il team per un po'. E quindi
Aspetta,
Diego...
muto.
Che stai facendo?
La live, aspetta che faccio lei.
È
vero ragazzi, questissima live! Madonna santa.
È bello se mi diverto, non è di canale live!